Well, The View's Joy Behar lashing out at Nevada Republican Senate candidate Sharon this week, and how. This time it was over a political ad that some say vilifies Latinos. Here is Behar on The View yesterday, and a warning for you, there's a four-letter word in here.
I'd like to see her do this ad in the South Bronx. Come here, bitch. Come to New York and do it.
We're praying for you.
Even Joy is praying for you. I'm not praying for her.
I'm praying for everybody. No,
She's
I'm praying
going
for
to
her.
hell.
I'm praying that her heart gets
going to
saved.
hell, this
I'm
bitch.
praying that
I pulled a Biden. That's 5 letters, not 4. That B word. In any event, she said a nasty word. That's what I was trying to warn you of. What is behind the deep-seated hatred for Sharon? Richard Socarides is the former special assistant to President Clinton and a Democratic strategist. Richard, what is it? What is it about Engel?
Well, people are really concerned that she may actually win this race, and Harry Reid is very important to the Democrats. So first and foremost, what people are most upset about is she's running a very effective campaign against one of their main guys.
She's taking a shot at the king.
Yeah, she's taking a shot at the king. And she, right now, it looks like she's going to pull it off, which is really quite shocking, because everybody thought, of course, that the person she beat in the primary would be a pretty good person to run against Reid, but that she didn't stand a chance against Harry Reid, but she's done really well, despite the fact that she said some crazy things along the way.
But, so have a lot of others, right? I mean, I think if you asked Joy Behar whether Christine O'Donnell is crazy, she would say yes, but she doesn't seem to get her ire up the way Engel does. She was ticked off here to start with because of this ad in which Engel's attacking Reid's stance on illegal immigration. We'll show you just a small bit of what got her set off. Here's a bit.
Waves of illegal aliens streaming across our border, joining violent gangs, forcing families to live in fear. And what's Harry Reid doing about it? Voting to give illegal aliens Social Security benefits.
So what is so offensive about that? Why is Joey so upset about that?
I think that ad, just the pictures and the music in that ad, it's not so much an attack on Reid as an effort to scare people, to show some people who look kind of scary. It shows those dark-skinned illegal people who are supposed to be illegal aliens looking sort of tough, looking sort of violent. I think it's really an ad that's just meant to promote fear and a fear-based reaction against Harry Reid. It's not really an ad on substance.
Can you make the argument on the other side that
it's kind of a Willie Horton thing,
but can you make the argument on the other side that it's not meant to promote fear so much as tap into the fear that actually exists, especially in the Southwest, where they really are dealing with illegal streaming across the border and causing trouble?
I think it's meant to scare people and to remind people that they are scared. And people, have some legitimate reasons to be scared, but it's not all, about Harry Reid.
But now, and I want to tell our viewers that in our next segment, we're going to be joined by a panel. We're going to show you what Joy did today, because she kind of doubled down on these remarks. But Sharon actually sent her a thank you card and flowers, saying she had raised, I think, $150,000 as a result of Joy's behavior. There's obviously a divide between these two women, and one's pretty far right, and one is really far left.
Well, it's great television, right? I mean, everybody's showing it today.
Right, it is. But what I'm trying to figure out is, it's not just this ad that made Joy hate her. What is it? Because Alan Combs was on this program last week saying, why don't you talk about some of the crazy statements that Sharon has made? What are some of the crazy statements?
Well, she said a couple of things along the way that are a little off. First of all, there was this reference she made to the Second Amendment, and lucky that we have the Second Amendment that people can carry guns. She said, and it might be time to take Harry Reid out, which a lot of people thought was a suggestion that you could really be violent against this person directly, practice some violence against him if you were angry at him. It was sort of a veiled suggestion, but it was a little
Here's
crazy.
what she said. She said, I'm hoping that we're not getting to Second Amendment remedies. I hope the vote will be the cure for the Harry Reid problem. So that's obviously a little dicey.
So it becomes very close to the line of suggesting that, if you were angry enough at this guy, you could really go after him personally in a physical way.
What else is there?
Well, there was this crazy remark she made, something, I'm not quite, some of the stuff I don't completely understand, but she said something about turning lemon into lemonade in a situation where she was talking about why she opposed the right to abortion, even in the case of rape or incest.
That one I looked up. Okay, that one I looked up. She did say, here's what she said. She's talking about whether, she doesn't support, I guess, abortion, even in the case of rape and incest. And they asked her, why is that? And she said, I don't think two wrongs make a right. Then she talked about how she knew a girl who was 15 and she was going to abort her baby. But she found that the girl made what was really a lemon situation into lemonade. But then, Richard, she went on to explain that what she meant by that was she helped convince the girl to have the baby. Right. The girl moved in with the adoptive parents, had the baby, and then Sharon claimed that little girl when she turned 13 years old, came to Sharon Angle and said, "I know what you did. Thank you for saving my life."
Yeah, and of course, this is a very important...
Can't you give her that one?
I mean, I think you can give her a lot of these. I think the problem is that when some of this stuff comes out, it sounds a little bit like she's a little bit off. You know, there was this long sort of diatribe she had about she wasn't prejudiced against Latinos, and then she said something like, as a matter of fact, a lot of people think I'm Asian American. I mean, a lot of this stuff.
What's wrong with that?
Well.
Maybe they do.
Well, I don't know. I don't look at her and think.
You're not allowed to say how somebody looks anymore. You get fired.
I think that what it is that a lot of the stuff she says makes her sound like she's just a little bit off. That and I think there's an explanation for most of this stuff. I think your point is interesting. So that's the foundation that the left feels she's a little bit off, and then on top of it, she may win. And she may win.
That's really
One of the most interesting things she said, I mean, at some point I was looking, she said, she says, "I'm tired of some people calling me wacky." Which is kind of interesting, right?
Well, welcome to the world of politics,
and that
right?
Joy Behar is great. I mean, I think you maybe should have Joy Behar on.
We're not allowed to say those 5-letter words on this program.
No, but you think you could have her? I think she'd be great.
And
it'd be good for her ratings to be connected with you, you know, because your ratings are better than hers.
Why don't you call her? You know, when I go over to The View, I feel a little frost.
Have you been on The View?
I've been on The View a couple times. I feel a little frost from Joy, but nothing like O'Reilly gets from her.
I'll defend you. If you want to bring me with you, I'll go on with you.
It's a date.
It's a date, okay.
Richard Socarides.
I'll defend you.
And by the way, folks, want to let you know we have special programming here on Sunday. Richard's going to be part of the show, so we will look forward to that. Thanks, Richard.
Great to be here.